let's do some school fools. And, listen, when I get a pile of these school fools, that's what we do. We don't have school fools every day, but, there probably could be school fools every day. But I just noticed over the weekend, I had this whole plethora of these school-related stories. And, this time we got a lot of kids getting dropped off at school. We've got parents getting the kids out of the house for school. We've got teachers on the way to school. So I think it's a good time for school fools. Couple of local items here. Up in Land O'Lakes, what the hell's wrong? Don't kids know at this point? Knock it off with the threats of school shootings, all right? Yeah, 17-year-old student arrested on Friday. Why? Threatened a mass shooting at Land O'Lakes High School. Yep. Notice how I'm saying that properly, Land O'Lakes. It's always funny when you hear, commercials that are recorded from out of town, and the announcer will say, now opened in Land of Lakes. Yes. No, it's Land O'Lakes. It's not Land of Lakes.
It's LOL.
Right. So according to the press release from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, investigators were looking into the original threat. They discovered that another student had posted a Snapchat story that showed a picture of someone holding a weapon. Right. And then this led to a 17-year-old Land O'Lakes student being arrested in connection to a possible threat toward the school on Thursday. An arrest was made on Friday. In a statement from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, deputy said the person in the photo was not a Land O'Lakes student. The person holding the gun, that was not a Land O'Lakes student. It was taken months ago. The student that posted the image told deputies they did not know the person who was depicted in the picture online. The student posted the photo with the intent to exacerbate the original investigation. So we've got two schmucks. We've got two dopes. Somebody made an original threat of a school shooting at Land O'Lakes High School, and there was no credible threat.
Right.
And then some other kid picked up that ball and said, hey, I'm going to make this even more dangerous sounding. I'm going to post a picture online of a guy holding a gun and tie it back to Land O'Lakes High School. What are you doing?
That's never a good idea, kids.
Just knock it off. How many kids do you have to hear that have been arrested making threats or the horror of an actual school shooting? You don't want to get involved in that. That's going to put a mark in your permanent record.
And it'll get you on School Fools.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's probably the worst of all. School fools. Whenever I say that, I just hear Mr. T going, I pity the school fool. And I'm going to tell you right now that Mr. T doing those Skechers commercials now doesn't make me want to go out and buy a pair of Skechers.
Yeah, you're not there. You're not there yet.
No,
you just wait.
Someone just texted us, my son goes to Land O'Lakes High School.
Yeah.
Thank you, MJ, for talking about this.
Yeah.
The news did not say anything about it, and the school was not saying too much either.
Well, that's the deal. So there's no credible threat at Land O'Lakes High School, but any high school, any middle school, any school. Listen, we've had stories of boneheaded, second graders making threats in little elementary schools. Don't make threats. And again, and this is important, and school shootings do happen, and it's a nightmare, it's a horror story. If anyone has any inkling, if you ever hear anything, if you suspect something, it is so much better to be safe than sorry. If you overhear something about someone making a threat, don't hold on to that information I don't want to snitch, I don't want to tell on somebody. No, do it. How bad would you feel if you overheard something and you could have said something and something actually happens? So tell the police, tell your school resource officer, tell the principal, tell your teacher if you ever suspect or overhear anything. Even if it's a good friend of yours that maybe has a screw loose and make some comments that disturb you, say something. You can do it anonymously. All right, next school fool story. Another sort of localish story up in Brooksville. I consider Brooksville local.
Yeah.
So good morning to all of our Brooksville listeners.
Barely local Brooksville. Let's not get too comfortable.
When a teacher gets a little handsy at school, it usually doesn't work out well. And
handsy like roughing him up, or handsy like perverted handsy?
No. Well, I guess
two kinds.
That's a good question. In both cases, it's not good for your career.
No.
So a teacher, this is a rough up handsy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But this could be teacher roughing up a student, or this could be teacher roughing up
Another teacher.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I love those
Hold on.
videos.
Did you just go yes?
Well, I'm really into. I
Who,
follow.
who did yes?
I did.
Yeah, Froggy's
You thought
excited
that was
about
me?
I follow.
Yeah,
you.
that sounded like an effeminate yes. I thought that was Roxanne doing the yes.
I follow you. Well, it was me, and I'll do it again.
Oh, don't tell me. You
Yes.
follow a YouTube channel that covers teachers beating up people.
Yes.
So Froggy has a very masculine voice,
Yes.
except for
Yes. And so I follow one, and it's teachers fighting students and
Are
students
you
fighting
s-
teachers. And I saw the best video recently of a student pepper spraying a teacher in the face 3 times.
Hold on,
because
you-
he took her phone.
Dude, we talked about that last week. You were not here.
you're
Oh,
at,
really?
You're at Texas at
Dude.
Shelvarama or some wherever the hell you were.
Why don't you play our
Terrell, Texas, please.
Hey, dude, why don't you listen to our podcast every day to familiarize yourself with the content we did so you don't come in here and waste time and talk about a story we did last week?
But it was a really good video.
And guess what we had?
But
The video.
We had the
Yeah,
video
we
as
did,
well.
we did.
Yes.
We,
pepper sprayed me. I was such a weenie.
we
I've
talked
been
about
pepper sprayed in here. You don't lay down and cry like a girl.
we talked about this last week.
Take
so
it like a man.
out of Hernando,
What kind of sexist talk is that? This is 2023, bro. You can't say that.
Sorry.
a high school teacher up in Brooksville is now facing felony battery charges. Why? Well, there was a big argument. It got a little out of hand. Started as a verbal altercation where one teacher was getting into an argument with another teacher, and on Friday it came to blows. The police up in Brooksville are saying that Michael Anthony De Jesus was having a conversation with another teacher. This was about 7:15 in the morning on Friday, and this is at Central High School when something took a turn and the conversation got really, really heated and ornery.
Well, what are they talking about?
I don't know.
That's the only piece of information I need. What's the subject matter that
Well-
led to the fight?
De Jesus told the other teacher to get the F out of my room.
That's right.
Wow. Then, according to authorities up in Brooksville, De Jesus aggressively approached the victim and pushed her with 2 hands. It wasn't even male on male. It was a male teacher, De Jesus, pushing a 2-handed push on the female teacher. Pushed her in the upper chest area, and she had to take a step back like 3 feet, according to police.
Isn't that a bar game where you push each other like that? And
To try to make them lose their footing?
Right. Didn't they do that in Jaws 3?
Now, that was a game I used to play to try to feel girls up. But I mean, this guy's being
What kind of
aggressive.
sexist talk is that,
What-
bro?
what- what-
What year is this?
What is wrong with you,
Are
Fester?
you
She's relating it to a bar
What are
game.
you saying?
And
You
guys-
scold me and you're talking, wow, Jared.
You're like
Vogel.
Fester, I got Fester Fogel over here.
Fester Vogel.
It's Fester
Fester
Fogel.
Vogel.
I'll sue both of you
No,
guys. I'll win that
It's
lawsuit.
Fester Fogel.
Oh my God, I'll own this place. Call me Fester Fogel one more time.
What is wrong with you?
Listen, first of all, Roxanne wants to talk about a bar game where a guy kind of pushes a girl in the chest. It's kind of trying to,
And you're talking about your scheme to feel up girls in school?
I had all kinds
Oh
of
my!
schemes.
What
back
is
in the
wrong
day.
with you? You're a molester.
Oh, I used to-
Fester the molester.
Fester the molester. That's even worse.
The best was like a hallway yawn, you know?
A hallway guy?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
walking down the hall?
You yawn in the hallway, you
you
brush
just-
your bosom.
Fester, you know what?
How about the bucket of popcorn trick?
All right, guys, stop.
The pizza trick.
Stop. Enough. So anyway, the school resource officer, he then was called in after the altercation in this Brooksville classroom. And this is crazy. The incident was also caught on security footage, and there were also 2 other teachers that witnessed the confrontation.
Mr.
What-
De Jesus.
What the hell happened? Seriously, what the hell happened that caused a male teacher, Michael De Jesus, up in Brooksville, to 2-handed push a female teacher in the chest? What caused this? Yeah, so De Jesus was sent home after the police arrived, after the sheriff's office arrived. They then went to his house, and that's where he, I guess, disclosed that he did push the victim. He confirmed it. And he said that he pushed the female teacher because he was angry at her. And he was arrested for felony battery.
So does he lose his job over this?
I don't think it's good for the permanent record. I don't know if you get to keep your job after you push another teacher and you've been now charged with felony battery on a teacher. So careful on that. Oh,
Does it say what kind of teacher he was?
I do not know. That it doesn't say what kind of teacher Michael De Jesus was. Now, another Florida school story. I told you we had a bunch of school fools today. Guess what? Here in Florida, schools are moving toward banning furries.
Wait, is it? Okay, I'm just not going to ask.
We talked about this last week,
We
too.
did. You know what? This came up again last week.
Aren't those just creepy guys that dress up like animals and do it?
Well,
But
now
the-
kids.
No. Kids are into this now.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
there are also kids that are showing up at school in like furry outfits, or they're pretending that they're a dog or a cat. Or listen, you got some, I don't know whether it's they're going through their phase or they're trying to find who they are. They're trying to seek attention. I think a lot of this crap is just, folks, people, young kids, they're just crying out for attention. The whole emo thing, and you've got kids that are like going to school and they're trying to identify as a cat or a dog.
After we did this segment,
Yeah.
I received more and more texts from teachers saying, like, yes, this is a problem.
It is.
This really is happening.
So here in Florida, hopefully this will catch on because we don't need this crap anywhere. But over in Brevard County, on the other side of the state, Brevard, not Broward, but Brevard, their county school board, they're moving toward banning the whole furry scene, like students showing up at school wearing the furry clothing, the furry accessories, the furry costumes, including kids that will go to school wearing a furry animal tail hanging out of their butt.
I used to wear tails all the time when I was a kid. It was weird. It was a weird
Are
thing
you
for
serious?
me. Yeah. My parents still talk about it. Like, I loved having a tail on.
What?
Did you identify as a cat?
No, but I had different ones. I had a cat tail. I had a raccoon
what age?
tail.
Like 14?
No. Don't be crazy. It was like 12.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2 years earlier than your guess.
I was a big Mickey Mouse fan. I had a Mickey Mouse tail for a while.
Well,
Rat tail.
the Brevard County School Board had a hearing last week, and I guess it turned kind of tense because members of the school board were raising concerns over kids wearing these animal-like items to identify as like a cat or a dog or whatever at school. That doesn't have a place in school. That's disruptive. I fully support the banning of kids dressing up like furries and walking around with animal ears and tails at school.
So are kids like barking and like
Yes.
howling in class,
yeah.
or-
I'm about to get to that.
Okay, I'm
So-
trying to think how far are they
Yes.
taking this?
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
So,
That was my next thing. I was about to say, and if that's not bad enough, you got some of the kids that are disturbing class because they're like responding to the teacher with meows. It's like,
So like the teacher's taking attendance? Like,
meow.
all right, Emily.
What was that one show where there was a cat? Was that Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
right.
Yeah.
Take your cat top off.
That cat looked all mangy, too, didn't it?
Everything
on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Everything on Mr. Rogers looked mangy.
In retrospect, all those little puppets, they all they're creepy,
Oh my God, the king?
Yeah, he was a creepy. He looked like a molester.
You had a drunk Winston Churchill nose.
Oh,
Anyway,
Fred, did you
So-
bring the booze?
I don't think kids should be dressing up as animals at school, and they should not be barking and meowing. So that's out of Brevard County. And I don't know what the policies are like in Hillsborough, Pinellas, or Manatee,
No, it's
or
perfectly-
Pasco, Polk,
Perfectly fine to meow.
Sarasota.
What if you're in class and you see a squirrel out the window? What happens to that student? Henrietta was the name of the cat, by the way.
Oh, Henrietta.
Oh,
Mr.
that's right.
Rogers' cat.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, Henrietta.
Yeah, so I support the Brevard County School Board and any members that think that kids should not be barking and meowing and wearing furry costumes to school. And then, listen to this. Another teacher, another affair. What the? I mean, didn't these teachers learn anything? I mean, you see decades of stories of teachers going to jail, wrecking their lives, ruining their marriages, getting fired, going to jail, going to prison. So here's another story. A Delaware teacher just had a 2-month sexual relationship with a middle school student. It's like, what the heck? What is going on here? Yeah, 42-year-old Reed Messer. Several counts of rape and sexual abuse of a child by a person of trust.
Is Reed a male name or a female name?
Reed is a female.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep,
that name sounds like it's going to get you in trouble.
But Reed, R-E-E-D, it sounds like it's a male name, but no, this Reed happens to be a female having a 2-month relationship with a middle school student.
I mean, when your name is Messer,
yeah,
you know
that's what I'm
messing
saying.
around.
That is sick. So, hey, bye-bye. Have a nice day. Have a good time in prison for 10 years or
Well,
whatever.
that's the thing.
Wherever the hell you're going.
I'm looking at the mugshot right now. This Reed Messer is not too pretty for prison.
No. Is there any chance that Reed Messer is a male that now is a female? Listen, I'm looking at the mugshot here, and I'm like, is there a chance here that this could have been
I don't know.
a male at one point? I'm thinking it could be a possibility. Could be.
The jawline?
Yeah, it could be.